The theme for this year's Stewardship Campaign is Transforming Faith, Welcoming the Future. We recognize Fairfax United Methodist Church as a community of faith that is a loving place of worship and a place where you can transform your faith. We have asked members of this congregation to speak on how their faith has been transformed throughout the years here at Fairfax Church. As you listen to the speakers, I want you to reflect on your time here and how your faith has grown. Think of your growing faith like the metamorphic stages of a beautiful butterfly. We all go through stages in life where our faith grows, and I know of no better place than this church to transform your faith like that beautiful butterfly. Our future is unlimited. Please take time and listen as others share their stages of transforming faith in God's house called Fairfax United Methodist Church. I think you'll understand and realize what a great future this church has. Thank you, and God bless. My name is Jim Conklin, and I've been going to this church since I was 2 years old. I can remember as a child going to Sunday school and learning about Jesus in the Bible, and that we were supposed to love one another and be faithful to God.
I'm Sarah Zodian, and I've been going to Fairfax United Methodist Church for, I guess, since I was born, so that's like 16 years. So yeah, I've been attending this church, and so has my family.
In third grade, I got my Bible from this church, and I still have it. It's a wonderful remembering of being part of this community of faith.
I did choir when I was little. I took piano lessons here. I was kind of the kid that did everything here. This was kind of where my childhood started out.
When I was in junior high, I joined a choir, and our choir director was Charlie Whitaker. He was a great person and funny.
I'm on the Open Doors worship team, so like at 11:15 services we play in the band and stuff. I play piano and I sing, and people have their different ways of worshiping God and stuff, and that's definitely on my top list. And you could, like, my parents can always tell because I'm always like singing with my eyes closed, and they're like, all right, I can see you, Sarah.
Many times it was just me because we didn't have a lot of boys in the choir. I remember one particular Sunday when I mentioned to Charlie that, hey, I'm the only one here, and Charlie said, well, I'll sing with you. Well, when I started singing, I don't remember hearing Charlie at all. But you know, for me it was a transforming moment of my faith because it was an opportunity to participate in the Sunday morning worship and have fun.
I'm Chris Burke, and I've been a member here since I was in 5th grade. I was confirmed here, and I have a beautiful wife who's the Associate Director of Music here, and I have 2 great children, and I have the privilege of being the worship leader at the Open Doors Modern Worship Service.
My name is Amy Stowe, and I've been a member at Fairfax for about 5 years. I've been fortunate to build some strong relationships with people over the course of those years, particularly with a couple of our pastors, who I just feel like I've really connected to.
So I grew up at Fairfax. I started coming here when I was in 5th grade. So I have a long history with Fairfax United Methodist Church, and it's been a fun history. In my faith journey, I see that it's really transformed my life through the various aspects of the church, and whether that's mission, whether that's worship, discipleship. I see so many elements of that and where my faith has been transformed.
I started going to this church because I became really good friends with Jason Snow and his family, and I just really felt a connection to them. And eventually Jason asked me, so when are you going to join? Because I'd just been attending for a while and sort of participating in things, but he eventually was like, So, it's time.
As I've grown older and I've started to have a family, it's really become apparent to me what the role of this church has become, and the faith this church has instilled in me has become in my life as an adult.
My role didn't change that much, but over time I've taken on some different responsibilities, like being a Sunday school teacher and being on church council. I've
really been blessed enough to be a part of the Open Doors worship service here, the modern worship service here at Fairfax United Methodist Church from the beginning. And it's really been a blessing in my life. And seeing that congregation grow and seeing that congregation week in and week out has really instilled a strong foundation for me in worship. And it's given me great passion too for worship. And it's one of those things that as I see people's faith grow through worship Sundays, every Sunday, it really helps my faith grow too.
My name is N.J. Dew. I've been going here 17 years. I go here with my family, which consists of me, my wife, and my 2 daughters.
My name's Stephanie Dew. I've been coming to Fairfax United Methodist Church for about 17 years. My husband and I first came together after our daughter was born.
And I grew up in the Methodist Church. Many generations back Methodist.
Fairfax has been really important in my faith journey. When I first came, I had a little faith. I came from the Catholic faith, but discovered the Methodist religion through my husband, and it's been a really interesting journey. I found the Methodist faith very accommodative.
Spiritually, we've grown here because of the opportunities through Sunday school classes, through our friendships.
United Methodist Church has so many different ways that people can express their faith and to become involved, through teaching Sunday school to helping with English as a second language, participating in the music ministries, the drama ministries. My kids have done a lot here and really had a chance to grow in their faith, and I've always had opportunities to do things both with them and with other adults in Sunday school, through mission work, work in the community with the Lamb Center. There's really a lot of ways to connect at Fairfax.
My name is Millie Holdaway, and I've been a member of this church for over 50 years. My faith has fluctuated. Some days it's really good for the Lord, and other days it slips back to Millie's thinking. No, I would like to share with you a verse from the Bible, Romans 12:2. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is the good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Wow, this is a very important verse in the Bible, and many times we find it hard to give all of our faith to God. We step back.
In 2005, I did a thing called Walk to Emmaus, and it's a weekend event, and during that weekend I learned how to serve the church more, as well as understand what true love was, agape love. And from there, I would say that my faith took the next stage, the next level. I got more involved in Methodist men. I got more involved as a leader in the church, and I served on many different positions in church council, staff parish, and nominations, just to name a few.
When I first started here, coming to the church, it was hard because I felt that so many other people had a deeper faith for the Lord than I did. But through this church's programs, through the studies, through the respect that they showed for me, and asking me right away almost if I would be a Sunday school teacher for the second graders, that was wonderful, because I was on that level, I felt, with my faith with God.
I'd say one of my favorite things that I've done at Fairfax was being part of a Disciple 1 class, which is a pretty intense Bible study because it takes place for 2 hours once a week for almost an entire school year. And I'm a teacher, so school year is my busiest part of the year. And so this was a big commitment for me, and I ended up doing another disciple class the following year. But I have to say that that class with my Disciple 1 group just really built some strong relationships.
Growing up, I was fortunate enough to go on Appalachian Service Project for 4 years. And during that 4 years, I was really able to meet people and really be transformed by meeting those people and doing the work of God and representing the church at the same time.
Youth group, I think, definitely was the biggest key factor that I really grew spiritually, because I'm surrounded by a bunch of kids who are just as confused about their faith as I was.
Fairfax United Methodist Church is a constant. We say it when people are baptized, that you're here to hear people's warning cry, and it'll be here when we're gone. I
think that we're at a turning point in the history of our church where we could really take some big steps to take Fairfax to the next level, to take it to the next century, if you will.
I would like to see us grow as a church again, and I would like to see us do more outreach and a lot of more local outreach with missions and opportunities to serve. I think it's what people like me are looking for. I think that's what younger people are looking for, and I think it will bring people closer to Christ